Hi everyone, I hope you've all had a great day, and today I'm just going to be talking about Kristaps Porzingis, the injury he had a couple of years back, and now his recent surgery which will hopefully make him a-okay in a few weeks to months time. I'm also just going to be giving my own opinions on Kristaps Porzingis, what I think his potential is for this season and what I think the Mavericks' potential is for this season. Enjoy. Back in 2015, Porzingis was drafted 4th overall by the New York Knicks, and it's fair to say that Knicks fans weren't too happy about this on draft night.
With the 4th pick in the 2015 NBA Draft, the New York Knicks select Kristaps Porzingis from Liepaja, Latvia. He last played for Sevilla in Spain.
The very famous Stephen A. Smith made sure his opinion was heard as he openly criticised Phil Jackson for drafting Porzingis, as he was a relatively unknown player going into the draft.
New York Knicks fans were at the Barclays Center booing because we recognize that we have been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok, and flat out deceived by Phil Jackson and the New York Knicks.
But he wasn't unknown because he wasn't talented, it was just because he wasn't American and he didn't go to an American college. And a lot of NBA general managers consider signing players who have not had any college basketball experience extremely risky, and that's why we see players such as Luka Doncic and Dirk Nowitzki drafted relatively low down compared to their ability. I may be wrong in saying this, but personally I think this is true. Then fast forward to the end of his rookie season and he showed how he's nothing like Sean Bradley, which is who he was compared to a lot. And this was mainly because of how similar they are physically, but Porzingis showed how agile he is and how he had a decent 3-point shot and really good handles for a 7-footer. And although he didn't win Rookie of the Year, he was on the all-rookie team and he had earned the respect of NBA fans. For his next 2 seasons, he continued to impress NBA fans and earned himself the nickname of the Unicorn, as he can defend, pass, dribble and shoot 35% from free as a 7-footer. And then after averaging 22.7 points per game and an impressive 2.4 blocks per game, he finally became an All-Star. Everything was going well until the night of February 6th, 2018. The Knicks were hosting the Bucks at the Garden, and it was a close game for the first quarter. Then just over 3 minutes into the second quarter, Porzingis made a great cut into the key and had the ball fed into him. He catches the bounce pass, takes 2 steps and dunks it right on Giannis's head, and what would usually be the play of the night turned into the most devastating play of the night. As he was coming down to land, he lands awkwardly on Giannis's foot and ends up tearing his left ACL. Little did Porzingis know this would be his last game as a Knick, as he missed the rest of this season and then the entire next season because of this injury. Before the 2019 season started, he was traded to the Mavericks and has teamed up with fellow European Luka Doncic, who in my opinion has the most potential in the NBA. And on the Mavericks, he played a lot like his former self that we know and love, shooting great from free, getting his 2 blocks a night, and then being a really fun player to watch as well. So what does the future hold for Porzingis? In my opinion, his ceiling is insanely high. There's very few players that are over 7 feet tall and can shoot like he does. The only players that come to mind for me are Larry Bird, Dirk Nowitzki and Kevin Durant. Now of course at the moment Porzingis is nowhere near as good as any of these, but he's still so young at 24. At 24, Dirk and Larry Bird only had 2 All-Stars, and you could argue that Porzingis should have had 2 All-Stars with his performance this past season. The only problem with Porzingis is how injury prone he's been, and being 7'3", it's no surprise. As I previously mentioned, he missed a season and a half when he tore his left ACL, and on October 9th he underwent surgery on his lateral meniscus after injuring it in the first game of the playoffs. At the moment, he has no set timetable as to when he can start playing basketball again, and this is because the surgery can take anywhere from 3 weeks all the way to 6 months to heal. And the last thing the Mavericks want to do is have him return prematurely, re-injure himself and then be out for even longer. This is unfortunately what KD did 2 seasons ago when he was on the Warriors, and it resulted in him being sidelined for a whole nother season. But at whatever point Porzingis returns this upcoming season, he'll have another huge impact on the team, and I think they'll get out the first round and finish around the 5th seed, with only the Lakers, Clippers, Nuggets and Rockets finishing above them, although I wouldn't be surprised if they finished above the Rockets. And even though no one is sure when Porzingis will return, one thing I'm sure about is that Luka will continue to dominate and get better and better. How Luka Doncic didn't go number 1 in the 2018 draft is just absolutely insane to me. Now I'm definitely biased as he's a European and I just love seeing European players succeed in the NBA, but Mark Cuban trading Trae Young for Luka on draft night was an insane move in hindsight. Now let's just go back to Porzingis as I close this video. I believe the Mavericks plan on keeping Porzingis around for the long term and seeing how the duo of him and Luka plays out. What's great about Porzingis is how he can set screens, post up, and play like a traditional centre at times, and then seamlessly go back to being a power forward and a threat out on the perimeter. And when he's back from his surgery, I can't wait to watch him again. Thank you all so much for watching to the end of this video. It really does mean a lot to me, and if you could either like or subscribe or comment, that would really help out my channel. And so once again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on my next video.